This also brings me to a question, wholesome one, and this is something that you really can't put a finger on to a certain extent, but just want your thoughts about how often this happens where, a little bit later this summer when Leonard Taylor, James Williams, that caliber of a player comes onto campus for the first time, and then they start popping pads. How much is there a mindset from some of the veterans that, we've heard about this 5-star. We've heard about this 5-star. Let's see how great he is. I'm going to put him in his place kind of mentality.
Oh, man, it happens all the time, Mark. You get, I tell you what, I can't say any names, but tell you a story. We're sitting in film, and D-line coach that I know walks in, and we didn't really have the best game. And when I say we didn't have the best game, we always have a goal of how many in each category, TFL, sacks, and total team tackles on the D-line, right? And this particular game, it varies. He wanted 5 sacks, he wanted 11 TFLs, and 20 total tackles from the defensive line. Now, at face value, do you think that seems hard to do by any chance?
How many tackles?
20.
TFLs? 20 for
tackles,
the
11 TFLs.
For one player for the entire season?
For the D-line as a unit for that one game.
That's a ton of production.
So, do you think that we hit that mark very often?
No.
But it's a goal to where you have those young men wanting, they know that we have to reach this. And we even have like other people, I can't give away names because you'll know who I'm talking about. They actually play on Sundays now, but they took this. Their job was to take the stats and see D-line, you're tackle away from your goal. You already checked off all the other ones, right? Get back in the film room. We didn't get our goal. And he had printed off applications and cards for the coaches at another local D3 school when he walked in. And he said, I need you all to fill out all of these. And he hands it out to every single player. And here's the cards of the coaches, because if you all can't get it done, I'm going to fill this room with people who can. And you can go down there and make those stats of what you gave to us. We always hit the mark every game after that, because it was an understanding that I know Coach Diaz has rammed this word into the ground, a standard at said institution. Okay. So I say all that to say there's a lot of stuff that's said in these film rooms before other young men make it. There's times where recruits are spoken about before they commit, before they put pen to paper, and then once they do, they're still brought up all off season. In spring, when you're not an early enrollee, oh, well, I got Leonard Taylor coming in, so what you gonna do? You better show me something, because once August hits and he walks through that door, your spot is gone. So you better show me something. Or if a certain player is out that spring with a shoulder injury or ankle injury or whatever, you were that young buck who hadn't had many snaps before this, you needed a chance to show up to the coach, and you didn't, you hear about it. So there's a lot of those conversations that happens, and even to the point where, even with the transfers, where I'll bring it back home to Miami then, there was a certain transfer who was supposed to be this answer at offensive tackle, and one of Miami's defensive tackles, so I'm talking about he was a D tackle, and he took it upon himself to call out this offensive tackle in drills, and he bullied and took his whole confidence away. That transfer never started a game at Miami, so you could kind of decipher. I can't tell you who did it, but there was some nasty bullying that happened on that field, and it kind of took the confidence away, because this said transfer was supposed to be the answer and how he's so much better than what we had on our roster at the time. So there's a lot of smack. There's a lot of conversations that happen, and it could do one or two things to young men. And a lot of stuff is also being evaluated when that stuff is said. How is he going to respond? You know, I'm gonna poke the bear. I'm gonna poke the bear and see how this young man, is he gonna come out guns a blazing, or is he gonna go into a shell? And now I have to know how to treat him. Is he a little mentally weak? Is he a little mentally soft? Or is he tough? Is he hard? Does he respond to that type of coaching, or does he respond to me talking and being elegant and the way that I say what I have to say? So there's a lot of mental games that happen too, Mark, a lot.